Hey, Glonista. Welcome back to another fun activity, an activity that taps into your own intuition. So let's get started. When you're first tapping into your intuition, you might notice that it feels really difficult, especially if you have a lot of issues around self-trust, if you constantly question if you're making the right decision or which way you should go in life, or even what to eat for breakfast. If you have decision fatigue, tapping into your intuition is such a great way to just make life a lot easier. A lot of people freak out when they hear the word intuition because they're like, what the fuck is that? I don't know what that is. But the thing is, everyone has an intuition. Everyone has that inner knowing, that intuitive hit, the gut feeling. People say, trust your gut. Even people who don't believe in the spiritual stuff say, trust your gut. That's because our power center is here. Our personal power is in your solar plexus, the tummy area. So one of my favoriteest, funnest tools to tap in and connect with my inner self, my intuition is, drum roll please, oracle cards. And this particular deck is my favorite right now. It was made by a Korean shaman named So. It's available at Alpha Sisters Publishing. They also have a lot of amazing books on Korean shamanism, if that's something that really interests you. I'm currently really connecting to my roots, my ancestors, and this has been so helpful. My inner child is so happy using these cards. We're going to use this today for our example. I have a ton of oracle cards. I'm going to show them here above. I'm going to link them below so you can purchase whatever you feel called to. So you've ordered your oracle cards. You just open the box and it's now in your hands. You've taken the plastic wrap off and you're like, oh, I have no idea what to do. I'm so excited. Well, first things first, open the box. We're going to do something called cleaning your oracle cards, because if you think about it, this package, this everything has gone through and exchanged so many hands, so many different boxes. It's just gone all over the world just to get to you. And so you just want to clean it and make it your own, you know? You want to make sure it's connected with your personal energy and not, full of gunky other stuff. One of the easiest ways to clean it, by the way, every oracle deck will come with a little booklet that'll explain all the cards. This is the reason why I love oracle decks way more than tarot cards, because tarot cards, there's a huge learning curve. There's also a lot of variations. Oracle cards, the messages are in every single card. They're very direct. They're very at you. There's no guessing games. It's very direct. When you get your cards, what you can do, just go ahead and knock that old energy off and just knock it off, or you can even blow it off. You can even imagine this going through like a little car wash, an energetic car wash, like beep, 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 just being like washed and cleaned out. Whatever floats your boat, okay? Intuition is all about you and what aligns with you and your creativity and your inner core, whatever feels good for you. Sometimes I like to imagine myself going through a car wash when I'm trying to energetically cleanse myself. I'll close my eyes and visualize being vacuumed sometimes. So maybe even getting like a vacuum, whatever floats your boat. Get creative with it, but clean the sucker out. One of my best friends, when I gifted her a Kuan Yin oracle card, we cleansed the cards together, and she said she could feel the energy leaving from the card, and then she connected it with her own energy. So it really just depends on you and who you are and how you feel energy, or how you perceive energy, not feel, because some people hear energy, some people see energy, some people taste, smell, feel, some people do all those things. So you'll just have an inner knowing. We all have a different way of connecting with our intuition. So whatever floats your boat. So once you've done that, now the cards are clean. And what usually every oracle deck will tell you to do is go through each card and touch every single card. And that way your energy is on every single one of the cards. It's nice to just look through it and see what's there. Look at this. Look at this Korean family of shoes. It's just adorable. There's a card in here that I absolutely love that I think you guys are going to love too. This has got to be my all-time favorite in the entire universe, because look at this. Look how cute that is. This inner child, but make it Korean. So cute. Start shuffling, and you can ask your intuition, what do I need to hear for today? Give me one card. Now, I personally have a flair for the dramatic, so I like it when the cards flip out. So shuffle, and my intuition knows to just make the cards flip out Some people like to just choose their cards. Some people like to pick their cards. Like I said, I like the dramatics. So I like when a card flips out because I'm like, ooh, that's definitely for me. So like right now, 4 flipped out. That's a little bit too much. So I'll tell my intuition, that's too much. I just need 1. Oh, okay, I'll take that. So a bunch flipped out, but I'm going to take the first one. So ocean magic. This one came out in a personal reading for myself this morning to connect more with the power of water, the energies of the ocean, the energies of water in general. I will write affirmations on my like water pitcher. Like this one on the bottom says, I approve of myself. I don't know if you can see that, but on my water pitcher, I'll write little love notes because water it's such a great conductor of energy, as we know. So yeah, maybe that was for somebody who's watching. Another way you can do it is to shuffle, and then I'll get a feeling like, okay, it's the top card, and I'll pull the top card and, oh, somebody else might need to hear this. Loving yourself is so important. Now, I didn't go into the message itself. So usually I'll read the message that's in the Oracle book, and I'll look at the picture and notice like what stands out for me here, right? It's like, this is an elder lady, right? And she's really taking care of herself. She's like brushing her hair. And the look on her face just shows that she's probably lived a life that's just really full of loving herself, the way she holds herself, her energy. It just gives this like really this energy of really truly accepting and loving yourself. In our society, Western and Eastern, aging is a lot of times viewed as something that's not wanted, right? We're always trying to look younger, skincare, Botox, hair, whatever. And with this, is just like, just love yourself, just accept who you are. Just accept that aging is a part of life and that you're beautiful at any age and that you can love yourself fully at any age. Yeah, that's what stands out for me in this one. There's all different ways. Sometimes people like to look at the bottom of the deck and see what's on the bottom of the deck. Some people like to shuffle and split the deck. There's so many different ways. Oh, wow. One just flipped. This, I think, is about something that's been on my mind lately, called common ground. Looks like a couple trying to find some common ground. That one popped out. Notice how you're feeling when you pick the card. Notice, are you feeling anxious or worried? And you don't even have to name the energies that you're feeling, but like, are you feeling like excited but scared about what your intuition is going to tell you? I remember when I first started pulling oracle cards, I was so scared to hear what my intuition was going to tell me because I was so used to being criticized most of my life, or at least my inner child viewed everything as being very highly critical. She's a very sensitive inner child. And so I was so scared about what my intuition was going to be telling me. I was scared. Like I would be like shuffling and I'd be like, this message is going to be really mean or it's going to be sad. And you know what? That's how you might feel at first. And that's totally fine. That's totally normal. It's totally okay. Like, I think everyone goes through that. And as you practice over time, like it'll get better and better. You'll start to trust yourself more. The doubts will get less loud. And you'll start to notice how your intuition is really always just trying to help you more than anything. Sometimes it might tell you things that you don't necessarily emotionally want to hear, but you kind of know that you need it to hear and is it truth. It's always trying to help you. It's really, your intuition loves you. Its job is to help and protect. I personally like to thank the cards, just say thank you for the message. I really appreciate it. When I'm thanking the cards, I'm thanking my intuition, which was speaking to me through the cards. So I like to thank myself. Lately, I've been journaling on what the cards have been telling me. Sometimes I'll sit there and stare at the cards for a little bit. This morning, I had a 3-card pull and I sat there and I just kind of went into a little bit of a trance and just let myself feel what the cards were saying, and a whole message came through, each card individually, but then like a very unifying tying message came through, a message that I'm going to be making a whole nother video on, probably on my TikTok. So if you don't follow me there, I'll link it below. Go follow me over there. There's so many different decks. Like I have one called Whispers of Love. which is all about love. One called Work Your Light, which I really love if you're just getting into spirituality and the term light worker resonates with you. This is a great, great, great oracle deck to start with. One of my other favorite ones, if you're new to tapping into your intuition or spirituality, whatever name we call it, it's all the same thing. I really love this deck, which is called The Wisdom of the Shadow, because we all have a shadow side. We all embody our shadow and our light sides. We all have parts of ourselves that we don't like, we abandon, we reject, we wish that we weren't that way. You know, if you have a bad temper, you might like wish that you didn't have one. And we usually judge ourselves and criticize our shadow instead of trying to integrate it into our daily life. And so that's why I love this. If you find yourself working towards a goal, but you notice that you're constantly coming back to square one, or you feel like you just can't move forward, or you feel like you're stuck, a lot of times there's something going on here in the shadow, in the subconscious arena, right? And this deck is so good at helping to figure out what that is. I've used this for a few clients, and it was really, really helpful in helping them see what they needed to work through emotion wise, whether it was terror or fear or, you know, whatever it was. This is one of my other favorite decks. I have a bunch of decks, which you can see in this video right here. I have a bunch. So normally you're going to start off with one deck and get to know it really, 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 really well. Now, if you pick up on this pretty quickly and you notice that you really like it and you're kind of a collector like me, you might end up with lots of decks. These are just like, this is not even half of the decks that I have, but I do this professionally. So I like to have a variety for my clients. How do you choose which deck? Well, depending on the person and depending on your intuition that day, you will feel drawn to certain cards, whether you just find yourself reaching for it or you find your eyes going to certain things. You'll just find your focus kind of shifting towards a specific deck. And that's a deck you get to trust yourself. I'll have love readings, aura readings, readings on finances. I'll have the variety all linked below. I really hope you enjoy this fun activity on how to connect with your intuition. As always, I want to hear all about your experience. If you buy an oracle deck and you decide to use it, what's your experience like? Did you have fun? If you've already used oracle decks, what do you love about them? What's your experience been? What's the craziest download you've ever had? Let me know. I want to hear all about it. And if you have any questions about intuition, coaching, psychic stuff, anything that you want me to make a video on, let me know below. I'm always more than happy to create a video, especially for you. I hope you have a great day. Mwah.